Today, we're going to be talking about something that almost nobody really thinks about. And honestly, it might change the way you look at business forever. Because here's the question. Are you actually building the right kind of business for the lifestyle you want to live? Most entrepreneurs never ask themselves that. They just assume, hey, the best business is the one that makes you the most amount of moolah, baby. But I've got news for you. That's actually wrong for 90 to 95% of people. Why, you might ask? Well, first, before we dive into the different entrepreneurial lifestyles, I want you to stop and ask yourself one thing. Why are you even doing this? Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? What kind of life do you actually want? Do you even know how much money you want to be making, or how much you actually need to be making to live the life you want? Because if you don't define that up front, you can spend years grinding toward the wrong thing. You'll sacrifice your time, your health, your relationships, chasing some imaginary version of success that may not even make you happy once you get there, or you'll never get there. And I've been guilty of this myself. Early on, I thought I had to scale, grow, and go all in to be successful. But here's the truth. There are multiple ways to win in business, and not all of them involve becoming a multi-millionaire mogul. So let's break it down. I believe there are 4 main entrepreneurial lifestyles, and depending on your why, one of them will fit you best. Each has pros and cons, each comes with trade-offs, but once you know your why, you can actually pick the path that fits your life instead of just following the crowd. We're talking about something bigger here than making money. We're talking about living an actually fulfilled life. The Casual Solopreneur Lifestyle, the first lifestyle, is what I call the Casual Solopreneur Lifestyle. Let me tell you, I have a soft spot for this one because this is where I hit my stride early in my career. By year 2 of my wholesaling business, I had achieved this lifestyle. Here's what it looks like. You build a high-paying job for yourself. You're not working insane hours. You're not managing people. You're simply good at one business and you run it at very lean. I know several real estate entrepreneurs who do this. They wholesale or flip houses, work Monday through Thursday, maybe 8 hours a day max, and then they're done. They build 3-day weekends into their lives every single week. They can take vacations whenever they want, and the crazy part, they're netting 200 to 300 grand a year. Some even push 400 grand. For most people in America, that's a dream lifestyle. On top of that, you don't have the overhead of a big business. You might hire one VA for admin or leads, but that's it. And because you're running a business, you get all the tax advantages too. Home office deduction, Wi-Fi, utilities, computer, even your phone bill, all business expenses. So now you're making multiple 6 figures, working less than a W-2 job with more flexibility and way fewer expenses. Honestly, I believe 80 to 90% of entrepreneurs should stop right here. This lifestyle doesn't require massive personal development. You don't need to become a manager, and you gain real freedom in comparison to like a W-2 wage slave job. That's why I help people achieve this milestone in my free Discord, because I've achieved this milestone. And if you want to access my scripts, SOPs, and even live training where I break this down step by step, the link is in the description. You can join absolutely free. Here's the second type of lifestyle. It's called the owner-manager lifestyle. This is where I am today, and let me be real with you, this stage has almost broken me. In fact, it did. Not once, not twice, but 3 different times. I had to restart my business from this point. Why? Because this stage is brutal. You have to go from doing everything yourself to having 5 to 10 employees. And now it's not just about being good at your business, it's about learning how to lead people. You suddenly have payroll, you have an insane overhead. Like for me, my overhead is 25 to 30 grand a month, right? Like that's stressful. And guess what? If you have a bad month and you didn't save, you're in the red. You gotta come out of your own pocket, period. And that pressure is enough to crush most entrepreneurs. And a lot of people burn out here. They think they need to scale, but the stress eats them alive. But here's the other side of it. If you can handle it, if you're able to personally develop so that you're able to lead people, it can be incredibly rewarding because you're no longer stuck doing every little thing yourself. You get to delegate. You get to work on your business instead of always being stuck in it. For me, this has been fulfilling because I get to do higher level, more interesting work. I don't have to run every sales call or manage the day-to-day operations anymore. I've got people who can build ChatGPT bots, handle admin, keep the machine running. That frees me up to focus on things I love, like creating content, managing sales teams, driving growth. But make no mistake, this level requires serious personal development. You have to read books, learn how to scale, write SOPs, build systems, and become the kind of person who can actually lead. My personal goal right now is to eventually hire a manager under me who runs sales and operations. Once I do that, I only need to check in once a month. At that point, I'll have options. I can sell the business, buy others, or if I really want to, move to stage 3, which we'll talk about. This is the holy grail lifestyle, stage 3, financial freedom. It's everything that Grant Cardone talks about, Pace Morby, all of it, where you just get to do whatever you want all the time and you never work, right? This is the quote unquote holy grail. It's the multi-million-dollar lifestyle. You're set for life. You don't have to worry about anything. They've reached true financial freedom. At this level, you could literally do nothing. You could relax and live a normal lifestyle and you'd be set. You don't have to worry about anything. You always have something bringing you in money. Sounds amazing, right? But here's the truth. Most people don't want to hear. Getting here is brutal. You're dealing with lawsuits. You're making 8-figure decisions. You're solving problems that could sink entire companies. You need insane amounts of knowledge, intelligence, and yes, luck. And because of that, very few people will ever get here. And honestly, very few people should. I am personally going for it, not because I need the money, but because I want to help others achieve financial freedom. My why is greater. I want to do more for others, and that's going to lead me through it. But I'll tell you right now, most people would be much happier staying in stage 1. Some will thrive at stage 2, but almost nobody should chase stage 3 unless they've got a burning, relentless desire to achieve great things for other human beings other than themselves. Now there's a 4th stage that's even above this, and this is the billionaire lifestyle. This is like where it doesn't even make sense. This one is different. You're not even motivated by money anymore. You're motivated by impact, by changing entire industries, by doing things that will shape the world long after you're gone. Think of like Elon Musk with Tesla and SpaceX, Jeff Bezos with Amazon, Steve Jobs with Apple. These are people who are not just trying to make more money, they are literally rewriting how industries work and changing our personal lives for the better. How technology integrates with our lives, how humanity pushes forward through the chaos. And here's the thing, the billionaires often don't care about the money anymore. The money is just a tool. The real drive is about solving problems at a global scale. They're visionary, they're builders of legacy. But let's be clear, this stage is almost impossible. It is an insanely small amount of people who can do this, and you just have to have an insane why that makes it worth it. That's beyond yourself. It takes timing, intelligence, persistence, leadership, and luck again. You're solving problems most people can't even imagine. Like they can't even imagine the problem, and the pressure is at a level that most people wouldn't survive. Nobody should do this. I don't think it's almost healthy to become a billionaire because you're sacrificing yourself in order to reshape the entire world. If you ever reach it, you're not remembered for your net worth. You're remembered for your impact. So in closing, here's the real key. You need to know your why. If you want freedom and income with flexibility, stage 1. If you crave growth and team building, stage 2. If you want financial freedom and legacy wealth, stage 3. If you feel called to reshape industries and the entire world, leaving your name somewhere, that's stage 4. But the choice has to be intentional. Otherwise, you'll build the wrong business for the wrong life. If this gave you something to think about, hit that like button, drop a comment telling me which stage you're aiming for, and of course, subscribe so you don't miss future content. And don't forget, if you want to access my free Discord group, where I go live, share scripts, and hand out the SOPs that I use in my business, the link is in the description below. Come join us, it's completely free, and I will see y'all on the next one. Peace.